Welcome to the 15-Minute Financial Feast podcast, bringing you 15-minute segments to help you retire with purpose on time. We're serving up food for thought and bread for the head. Are you hungry to learn? Here are your hosts, Mark Triplett and Troy Westendorf.
Welcome to another episode of the 15-Minute Financial Feast. Today, you are listening to the audio from a live television interview where one of our favorite local news station anchors asked us questions about a financial topic on the minds of many hardworking folks in our community who are trying to make good decisions and get ahead.
All right, everybody. In the wake of the Great Resignation, many employers are seeking new hires to keep positions full, and now retirees are answering that call. And an estimated 1.5 million retirees have re-entered the workforce over the past year. So we want to talk to local financial professional Mark Triplett from Triplett-Westendorf Financial Group, who joins us now to share what retirees should consider if this is something they want to do. First of all, I don't know if I'm happy about hearing this. I feel like if you want to retire, you need to just enjoy that time. But I also know I'm losing money left hand over fist in my stock market right now, which everybody is. And we've talked about that before, how things kind of ebb and flow, and it's a little bit of a roller coaster. But why are people unretiring right now, Mark?
Well, it's a personal choice, but I think it really breaks down to one of two categories: either an opportunity that they're seeing or some out of necessity. A lot of folks retired prematurely during, around 2020 after the COVID pandemic. It triggered a lot of folks to retire for a whole host of different reasons. Some thought maybe they had adequate assets. Some of them may have just done it out of fear because of the risks of COVID on their health. But now we're seeing folks kind of creep back into that marketplace. In fact, it's an estimated 1.5 million of those who retired a year ago are stepping back into the workforce. And some of those are going to be forced to do so just because out of necessity, they're seeing inflation increase, and maybe that's kind of getting them to look for other ways to supplement their income.
Okay, so let's talk about supplementing that income. There has to be something pretty enticing with the workforce right now that would make retirees now re-enter the workforce. What would some of those options be?
Well, it seems like there's a labor shortage. When we talk to employers and business owners, they're really struggling to find enough folks to fill all the seats on their bus. And that's really creating an opportunity for folks who are have the skills and are willing to work. The average hourly earnings have increased a little over 5% year over year. And actually the hourly wage in Iowa is averaged right around $21. I just saw a sign the other day at one of the convenience stores are paying $14 an hour starting out. I mean, it's crazy what employers are paying for labor just to keep the doors open and be able to serve their customers. So I think there's a lot of opportunity there. Also increased benefits, things of that nature that employers are trying to incentivize folks to step out of retirement. And frankly, retirees or recently retirees often have a lot of skills. They're highly skilled. They show up on time, and they've got flexible hours. Many of them do.
As I say, usually really good workers. And I've seen a lot of sign-on bonuses, signs out there as well. So yeah, a lot of opportunities. But we also want to make sure they're going well informed into this option. So what should retirees consider before they actually rejoin the workforce?
Well, hopefully folks that retired had already worked with a financial professional to put together a plan to guide them to and through retirement. But if you're going to step back into the labor force, there are a few things you probably should be paying attention to. If you've already claimed Social Security and you're under your full retirement age, you could end up just giving back $1 for every $2 you make over the earnings limit. And so that could be impactful. Once you turn full retirement age, frankly, you can make as much money as you want and still collect your Social Security check. Now you're talking about taxes on Social Security. You may end up paying unnecessary taxes because of the increased wages that you have coming in. I'd say Medicare is another area too. If you have already signed up for Medicare, but then you go back to work and your employer offers a workplace plan it makes you eligible to be on that, you could possibly drop your Medicare Part B premiums. But if you're going to be dropping and rejoining Medicare, you should be working with a professional who understands that. We even have somebody on our team, Jackie, that handles all of Medicare and health insurance for our clients. I don't do that. We understand the importance of Medicare and the role it plays in financial planning and retirement planning, but you should be working with a specialist for that. You might also end up triggering income-related monthly adjustment amounts. That's a surcharge on Medicare premiums if your income is too high. So that's another thing you want to pay attention to. I'd say lastly is just understanding the tax ramifications of having additional wage earnings coming into your household. When you're earning a wage, maybe being forced to take required minimum distributions for your pre-tax accounts, and you've got Social Security coming in that now maybe part of that's taxable because of your income, you can trigger a whole mess of taxation that maybe you didn't plan on. And if you're not withholding enough, you could have a big tax bill at the end of the year.
The big overall message I'm hearing, Mark, is talk to a financial professional if this is something that you're considering doing. Could be a benefit, but we want to make sure you're doing it correctly. So if people want to reach out to you for more information, how can they do so?
Yeah, please work with somebody who walks people to and through retirement on a daily basis. That's their job. You may retire once, maybe twice if you're one of the unretired, but the reality is there are folks out there to do financial planning. They do this every day. They're specialized in helping people transition from their work years to their post-working years. If you want to check us out, you can go to Triplett-Westendorf.com and learn more about our PT5 retirement planning process.
Sounds good, Mark. Always appreciate your guidance and advice. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me, Jackie.
You've been listening to the 15-Minute Financial Feast podcast. Remember, every dollar has a purpose and every dollar has a timeline. If you have questions about today's topic, schedule a call with a team member. Visit www.mypt5.com. Until next time, be sure you're taking steps to retire with purpose on time. Mark Triplett is an investment advisor representative of and advisory services offered through Royal Fund Management, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Nothing contained in this program should be considered an offer to buy or sell securities. Different investments have different risks associated with them, and not all investments are appropriate for all investors.